The prospective operatives received after midnight calls, stating, "It will be a pleasure to instruct potential agents so well conditioned and already knowledgeable in so many fields. We will merely hone a few of your reflexes that may have become dulled. Training begins with a challenging journey to our nearest center. Meanwhile, you might practice walking around in the dark with a cat." Each received more individual and specific instructions, along with a suggested route. Rascal's instructions read, "You will need to ride a bike rather soon along the dark country roads with many dips and hills, twists and turns, from your home to our facility. No lights are allowed. You should consider beforehand what you will do about any blinding headlights coming at you, and how you will navigate the pitch-dark areas of roads when you pass through dense forests. A cold Diet Coke with vitamins awaits you. Good luck. This is not a drill, for there are those who have just recently become aware of your many talents." Rascal made his preparations and then finished some work on the expanding universe. Out the window, he could see 6 FBI-looking black sedans pulling up very quickly. He grabbed a water bottle and raced out the back door so fast that a faint image of himself was left standing in the house. He hopped on his bicycle and was off and away while the feds broke down the front door, which was already unlocked. The bike ride was going to be a lot worse than he had thought, for there was no moon. Rascal reached 15th gear on a down slope and only downshifted when it became harder to pedal, of course, finally just inching along in 1st gear upon a steep upslope, where he stopped to survey the scene and have a sip of H2O. "I knew this would happen when we discovered the workings of everything," he thought, feeling both elated and deflated in a sort of yin-yang balance. Rascal was soon off again and sailing along when a car with bright lights approached him from the opposite direction. Rascal closed his right eye just before his left was blinded by the lights, then quickly opened his right eye after the car had passed. "Whew, that was close," he thought, after swiftly correcting out of the way of a mailbox. He next rode on a road through a densely forested area and could see virtually nothing at all, but he didn't panic and quickly gazed downward at the white line at the side of the lane for guidance, but it was really rather scary. And much worse than walking into a dark movie theater and sitting down on a fat lady. Anything for the DNA information, he thought. He noted some flickering lights bouncing off the trees ahead, meaning that they were coming from way behind him. Knowing this without even having to look back, for this is how it is riding at night, he pulled over into a ditch behind some bushes and watched 6 black sedans pass by at about 90 miles an hour. "Holy mother of all reality," he exclaimed softly. Rascal checked his map and was off again in 79th gear, going so fast that he didn't care to stop for a large truck coming up behind him, and couldn't anyway. So he hugged the side of the road and threaded the white lane marker, sticking to it like a glue-on as the truck swept alongside. Then, quickly swerving towards the rear of the truck, he drafted behind it uphill, defying gravity at its own game and losing it to the wind. He cut through a trail in the woods as shown on his map and could see the ninja training center just ahead. It was raising its drawbridge to close for the night. Rascal raced up the ramp, sailed through the air, and came down on the other side, coasting into the safety of the center. A Diet Coke never tasted so good. Rascal had a good sleep, dreaming of riding a motorcycle, and awoke the next day to begin further training. A 9th-degree Grandmaster appeared and disappeared and reappeared. "Welcome to Training Center, Mr. Puff, Rascal," he said. "I am lucky to be here, Grandmaster," Rascal replied. "And the drawbridge, do you close at 4 a.m.? "What do you hear? I hear that the whole world is after me and the others. Ha, good joke. Now seriously, can you hear your own heartbeat?" "Good, they run on and no post is readable. Can you hear a vacuum?" "No, the cleaning lady went home." "Ah, you catch on, you rascal. Do you have hearing aids?" "We teach you, but in many places the sun does not shine. Does the moon shine?" "Alcohol dulls my senses." "Ah, good. Can you hear the earth turning?" "Yes, and space too." "Why do you often leave out articles and other little words in your speech?" "Unnecessary. Maybe. Try adding a word or two." "You wise old man." "Never mind. But you still hear the missing words, do you not, Grasshopper Puff?" "Well, now let's dive right into our little adventure, shall we?"
Ah, yes, I see. That is part of the hearing test.
Oh, but hold your horses there, partner.
See, this hearing test. You're a good listener, and of course I can speak perfect English, except in the UK. Yes, once a lady in a hotel asked me for a lift, and it didn't go over very well when I lifted her up.
Thank you, first-degree ninja puffing rascal. Me, I am deaf and wife is blind. Therefore we make perfect couple.